All right, so our class tonight is going to focus on the upper spine. So from about T5 or thoracic spine number 5 all the way up to the neck itself. So you can think about it as an upper back, shoulders, neck class. You can think about it as heart and throat chakra. We're going to do some twisting to really help get that region of the body mobile and flexible. And, there might be some energetic stuff that happens with it. Anytime we do a big heart opening, there can be some love that kind of enters in. Uh, Same with the throat, lots of vocal truth telling and expression stuff that can come up with that as well. So that'll be our intention. Wonderful. Good, good. All right, let's sit comfortably. We'll get centered and then we'll begin with our practice. So sitting tall. Go ahead and relax your shoulders down your back and feel the crown of the head lifting toward the ceiling. Taking a couple of deep breaths. And bring your awareness to the movement of your rib cage. The inhale, feel it expand, widen. Exhale, feel that region of the body narrow. And we'll start with some expanded breaths. So with your inhale, feel the rib cage expand, filling the lungs to near capacity. You don't want to strain at all, but it is a full breath. And then exhale, feel the rib cage narrow. Maybe exhaling just a little bit more breath than feels natural. Inhaling fully. And exhaling fully, allowing the movement to be the rib cage. And as you get used to this movement and to this breath, it may feel like there's some stretching in the intercostals, the space between the ribs, creating more flexibility and mobility, the hinging of the rib cage at the spine and at the sternum. And of course, we're bringing more oxygen into the body as we inhale and expelling more carbon dioxide as we exhale. So let's take just a few more of these expanded breaths, bringing your awareness to this upper region of the body. Good. Then relax your effort around your breath and turn your palms up on your knees. Let's chant the sound Om 3 times. You can join me or just listen. Deep breath in to begin. Bring your palms together at your heart and lower the chin. And honor yourself as you are in this moment, this body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's from this place within you that we'll practice tonight. Go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes. And brushing back over the top of the head, down the neck, over the body, bringing yourself back to the room. And let's start off on hands and knees tonight, table pose. Shifting on to fours. All right, take your time getting there. But once you are there, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and knees beneath the hips or slightly further back. And we'll start with some cat-cow. So with your inhale, look forward, feel the tailbone lift behind you. Exhale, round the back, tucking the chin and tail under. Inhale, look forward again, feel the tailbone lift. And exhale, round the back. Let's do that about 3 or 4 more times. Really feeling the mid-back reach toward the ceiling with that exhalation. Warming up the shoulders and the spine, the upper back, a little bit of the hips. Good. Then inhale, look forward. With your exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist and plank yourself, or bring yourself, I should say, down to the floor. And then move the hands underneath your shoulders, elbows bent, and we'll practice a little bit of cobra pose, Bhujangasana. So with your next inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, look forward with your heart and head. And exhale, release down, turn your head to a side. Let's do that again. Roll the shoulders down the back, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, release, turn the head to the other side. Let's continue. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, releasing down, turning the head as you go, helping to create more mobility in the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades, the neck, opening up the throat here. And the turning of the head, of course, is helping to warm up the muscles in and around your neck. Let's do a few more. Inhale, lifting, exhale, lowering. One more time. Inhale, come up, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. And exhale, release on down, curl the toes under, lift the knees, push up to plank pose, and back to downward facing dog. That's the first down dog of the night, so go ahead and walk it out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the opposite knee, and keep the spine lengthening toward the ceiling behind you. Try not to have any rounding in the back. And we're just getting into our bodies tonight, so just notice what's there, what's tight, what's sore, what feels like it might need some loving. And of course, like what's already open, what's feeling flexible, what's feeling good. Good. One more breath. Then inhale, float down onto hands and knees gently. Exhale, child's pose. Seat to the heels, forehead to the floor. Good. So in child's pose, go ahead and lift your palms. Keep the fingertips on the ground so you're clawing the floor. And then walk your fingertips forward about an inch or two. And then powerfully sink your hips towards your heels. Feeling some big length in the arms and the shoulders, the side bodies. Maybe even down into the lower back and hips. And keep this length and walk your hands off of the left side of your yoga mat, reaching through the right hand or arm. And as you reach through the right hand, think about sinking your right hip toward its heel, feeling length on the right side of your body. One more breath. And then go ahead and walk your hands back through center. And you guessed it, we're going to go the other side, walking the hands off of the right side of your mat, reaching through the left hand and arm, and feel your left hip sink toward its heel. Big length on the left side of your body. Deep breaths. One more breath here. And then go ahead and carefully walk the hands back to center. Inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, come into plank pose. With your exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. Release the feet. We'll come back into cobra. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, release down, curl the toes under and lift the knees. Plank yourself straight back up and back to downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. Come up cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under and lift the knees. And again, push up and back, downward facing dog. We'll do one more because I'm kind of feeling threes tonight. It's really all it is. Exhale, coming down. Cobra lift. And exhale down, pushing up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. And stay where you're at. I'm going to turn to face the camera. You'll see why. So with your hands still underneath your shoulders, go ahead and step your left foot out to the side, okay? And if you need to turn sideways on your mat because you don't have a lot of space, go ahead and do that. And the leg out to the side is in line with the hip bones. So it's not too far back and it's not too far forward. And we're grounding through the side of that left foot. And then bring your right hand underneath your chin or face and take your left arm out to the side, palm face down. Now stay here and take a deep breath in. With your exhale, sweep the left arm into the air and twist. Inhale, come halfway out. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come halfway out. And exhale, twist. Let's do about two more. Looking up into the air if you can. If that's too much on your neck, don't worry about it. Good. We're going to stay this time. Exhale, twist. Take the arm into the air. Then take the left hand, the one in the air, onto your left hip or lower back, and then work the left shoulder back even more. It's almost like you're trying to back bend with your upper back. Some of you actually might be able to back bend with your upper back here. Good, last breath. And then inhale, carefully unwind, bringing the left hand down, step the left leg on in. All right, let's see what this feels like on side number two. Extending the right leg out to the side, grounding through the right toes, or the right side of the right foot. I'm trying to say ground the foot. Left hand underneath your face or chin, right arm out to the side, palm face down. Take a deep breath in here, and exhale, twist, take the arm into the air, gate pose. Inhale, come out, and exhale, twist. Inhale out, and exhale, twist. Inhale, come out, and exhale, twist. Let's do about three more. And as you come into the pose this time, exhale, go ahead and stay. And if you'd like to, the right hand can come onto the right hip or lower back, and you can work the right shoulder back a little bit more here. Again, there's this idea that you're back bending with your upper back. And stay for one more breath, please. And then inhale, carefully unwind and step the right leg in. And let's come into downward facing dog. Just taking a breath or two here. All right. So from downward dog, lift your right leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between the hands. Help it forward. Your back foot's going to come flat to the floor, toes pointing forward about 45 degrees, prepping for warrior one. Bending the front knee deeply. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Coming into warrior one. Good. Stay here and breathe for a little bit. Just a few breaths. Think about your hip bones pointing directly forward. Good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot on through. Help it forward. Back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing forward a little bit. Bending the front knee, come on up, warrior one on this side. Staying for about 4 breaths. Good, deep breath in. And exhale, hands down to the floor, step back to downward facing dog. And we'll come back to the first side. So right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Bring the back foot flat to the floor. Come on up for warrior one. Good. And so doing just a bit more work here to make sure we're actually getting into the pose. Again, hips are pointing forward. With your inhale, lean your chest forward about 45 degrees. And then roll the shoulders back. Keep the heart pressing forward. And feel the shoulder blades sort of digging into the mid-back. Good, do that again. Lean forward. Then exhale, take the shoulders back. One more time. Good, take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Good job. Let's do the second side, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it on through, help it forward. Back foot flat, warrior one, coming on up. Good. So again, hips pointing directly forward. We'll do the work with the upper back now. Inhale, lean forward 45 degrees. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lean the heart forward. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. One more time. Good, take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the hands down. This time, step the back foot forward. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Press palms to shins, come halfway up here. And exhale, fold forward. Let's stay. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the head, the arms. Allow the knees to be slightly bent here. And then interlace your fingers at your lower back. And squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift your arms off the back as far as you can. Some of you might be able to take the arms overhead. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and release the arms. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. Lengthen the spine forward, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back. Come all the way up, reaching the arms overhead. And then palms to your heart. Feel sensation. Already starting to get into that space behind the heart, already starting to get into the shoulders. And for me, I'm already sweating. Just didn't take any time tonight. All right, and then bringing your awareness back. I want to give a small adjustment just in case you need it. This movement with it, clasping the hands behind the back, then lifting the arms off the back and folding, we're going to do that a few more times tonight. And if you have a hard time lifting the arms off the back, I have a cheat for you or a piece of support for you. If you have a yoga strap at home, you could use that. If you don't have a yoga strap at home, you could use a belt or a dog leash or something else that resembles a strap. Now, when you come into the pose, you'll go ahead and hold onto the strap at shoulder distance apart. It's tempting here to want to hold the hands together and lift, but it's actually better if you keep the hands shoulder width apart, okay? And then you'll come into the pose like so. All right, so that's just in case you need it. If you don't need it, don't worry about it. Just wanted to give you the option. All right, so we're gonna do some shoulder opening next, because shoulders. All right, so standing tall, go ahead and lift your left arm into the air, and then drop your hand behind your head. Reach up and grab the elbow with the right hand, and then traction the elbow toward the center line of your body. Now that left hand behind you, the one that's kind of floating, bring that to your spine, and then lift your chest. And now all you gotta do is breathe. And take deep breaths here, just like that expanded breath we used at the beginning of class. Inhale, feeling the lungs fill, the rib cage widen. Exhale, feeling the lungs empty, the rib cage narrowing. Now, I know from experience and watching other people do this exercise that after a while, or maybe even sooner than that, it starts to get uncomfortable. And I'm going to ask you to please stay with the discomfort. It might feel like your arm is falling asleep. There might be like a pinging type feeling in there. We haven't lost any arms yet. I want you to stay and breathe with it. Because the longer we stay, the more we stay with that discomfort, the greater the release will be once we let go of the posture. But you gotta stay, you gotta breathe. You gotta be okay with a little bit of discomfort here. And 2 more breaths. Then don't drop the arm. Just carefully release that left arm down and feel the release or sensation happening in the shoulder girdle, into the arm, the tingling in the hand. All right, so we gotta do the other side because now your shoulders are not even. My left shoulder is lower than my right shoulder, and I don't wanna walk around like this all day, so let's do the other side. When you're ready, lift the right arm up into the air, drop the hand behind the head, reach up and grab the elbow, and again, traction it toward the center line of your body. Again, the hand behind you, the right hand in this case, comes toward the spine, and then lift the heart. Good. Now, because there's asymmetries in the body, this side might feel like there's more access. It might feel like there's less access. Just notice. Doesn't mean one side's good or bad or anything. It just means that we carry tension asymmetrically. When you start to hit those points of discomfort, just breathe. Take a deeper breath each time you feel that. It's actually one of the beautiful teachings of yoga is learning to find comfort in discomfort or to be okay with discomfort. Change your relationship to discomfort. Almost there. I didn't freeze up on you. We're almost there. Let's do 2 more breaths. And then again, don't drop the arm, just carefully release it. Feeling that sensation in the shoulder, the arm, the tingling in the hand. Just be with that for a moment before we move on. Good. So go ahead with your left hand, reach behind your back and grab either above or below the right elbow, and then traction the right shoulder down. And as you traction the right shoulder down, go ahead and drop your left ear toward its shoulder. You can start to feel some big length along the right side of the neck. Once you're there, you can turn the chin, just rotate it around a bit to see if there is a better stretch for you here. Maybe it feels important, maybe it feels tender, maybe it feels pleasant. Maybe all of those at once. Just try to hold that as best you can. And don't forget about those deep breaths. Good. And then drop your chin toward your breastbone or sternum. And then lift your head up to neutral and relax the arm. Still feeling the residue of that stretch on the right side. And it's only fair that we do the other side. So reach your right hand behind your back and again grab above or below the elbow and traction the shoulder down. As you're tractioning the left shoulder down, go ahead and drop your right ear toward its shoulder and then play around with the chin. Rotate it around a bit, find out where is that stretch. Might be in the same place as the first side, might be a different place altogether. Deep breaths. Allowing the breath to help relieve that tension wherever you find it. Almost there. A deep breath in and out, please. And then drop your chin toward the sternum and lift the head up to neutral and relax the arms. Feel sensation, especially along that left side that we just stretched. Cool, cool. All right, we're gonna do some arm swings next. For those of you who know all about my arm swing exercises, this is the more rare version that we're doing tonight. So there's no prescribed breathing rhythm to it, but you'll just find yourself breathing, hopefully, as we do it. And I'll keep reminding you as well. Okay, so I'm gonna get started going, just kind of showing you what it is, but I'm gonna have you follow and join me whenever you're ready, okay? So the movement is arms up, arms back, arms cross, arms back. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Join me if you haven't already. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Now, the more you think about this, the harder it is. So just try not to think about it. And if you mess up, it's okay. You're not doing it wrong. Just do your best to come back into it in the best way that you can. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. I always just hear that chanting in my head. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Swinging out the shoulders. Now, if you do want to make it harder, if you'd like to make it harder, you can switch which arm crosses on top each time. Now, if that's just a little bit further than you want to go tonight, don't worry about it. Just keep going as best you can. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Breathe. Again, if you mess up, it's okay. Just restart. Up, back, cross, back. Didn't tell you how long we were doing this. Some of you are wondering, I'm sure. We're going to go for honestly, about 2 minutes, and we're at the halfway point for that. So just keep swinging out. This can be a quick movement. It can be a slow movement. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Getting those shoulders nice and loose. You'll see why later on. There's a method to this madness. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. About 20 more seconds. You're almost there. Where's your breath? Make sure you have that in there. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Whew. Feel sensation in the shoulder joints, the arms, the tingling in the hands again. Maybe there's some warmth around the heart or upper back. Maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's some of it. Maybe it's all of it. Something else. And then take a deeper, fuller breath, bringing your awareness back. If you haven't taken a drink of water in a minute, please hydrate. If you need it. All right, so we're going to be practicing Warrior One with a move called Humble Warrior. So basically it's that clasping of the hands behind the back and lifting the arms off the back and folding forward. So before we go into our sun salute, I'd like us just to practice that again, especially if you think you might need to use a strap or a prop to help you with that, okay? So if you don't need one, just clasp your hands behind your back. If you do need a strap or a dog leash or a belt, you'll bring it behind your back, and again, you'll have your hands about shoulder width apart, okay? So whichever version you're doing, roll the shoulders back, lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale, and then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, taking the arms overhead. Just staying for a few breaths, just getting the feeling of this in our bodies so that we know where to go when we return to it later. Good, and then take the hands to the lower back, scoop the heart forward, and then come all the way up to standing. All right, so if you know that you need to use a strap, just have that next to your mat. Nice and easy to handle later on. All right, stepping forward to the top of your mat, bring your palms to your heart, relax your shoulders down your back, please. And find your breath before we start moving, aware of the inhale, and aware of the exhale. Good. All right. With your next inhale, please sweep the arms down, back, and up, palms together overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms behind you, chair prep. Keep the knees bent as you lift the arms up, chair pose. Good. Staying for the exhale. Then inhale, straighten the legs, reaching up. And then swan dive, exhale, fold forward and down. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. And then exhale, fold, take the right foot back, take it flat to the floor, toes pointing forward, bend the front knee, Warrior One, coming on up. Good. Here's where we're gonna interlace the fingers behind the back or grab your strap and make the adjustment. Lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold the left chest over the left thigh, taking the arms overhead. Keep the front knee bending, Humble Warrior. Good. Now keeping the front knee in the same bend it's in right now, release the arms, sweep them forward and lift the chest coming back into warrior one. That's the fun part. Then exhale, bring the hands down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank pose. And then exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. We're gonna do cobra again. Lift the head and chest, inhale. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, push up to plank, and back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. And exhale, step the right foot between the hands, back foot flat to the floor, bend the front knee. Inhale, come on up for warrior one. If you're using a strap, go ahead and grab that. If not, just interlace your fingers behind your back. Work the shoulder blades together, lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, take the right chest onto the right thigh, take the arms overhead, humble warrior. Breathe, keep the front knee bending. And then keeping the front knee where it's at, release the arms, come back into warrior one, sweeping up. And then exhale, hands to the floor, step forward. Palms to shins. And exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose, inhale. And again, staying for your exhalation. Inhale, straighten the knees. And swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release, step the left foot back this time. Back foot flat to the floor, warrior one, come on up. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, humble warrior, folding forward. Staying for a breath. And keep the front knee where it's at, release the arms, come back through warrior one. And exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Plank pose to the earth. Good, lifting the head and chest, inhale. Exhale, release, returning to downward facing dog, planking up and back. Left leg lifts when you get there. Exhale, step it on through. Back foot flat to the floor. Warrior one. Interlace at the lower back. Puff the chest, inhale. And exhale, fold over the leg, staying for a breath. Keeping the front knee bending, release the arms, come back through warrior one. Heart opening. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. And palms to the heart. We're gonna keep this energy moving. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift on inhale. Fold on exhale. Palms to shins. And release. Step the right foot back, foot flat to the floor. Warrior one. Interlace at the lower back. Puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Keeping that knee bent. Inhale, come back into warrior one. And then exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Plank pose again. Exhale down to the earth. We're gonna switch it up this time. Let's come into locust pose. Lift the head, chest, and the legs, inhale. Exhale, release down, curl the toes under, plank up, and back. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back foot flat, warrior one. Interlace. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. One breath. Release the arms, coming back into warrior one. Keep the front knee where it's at. And then exhale, hands forward, step forward. palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees again. Sweep the arms back, chair prep, chair pose. Good, inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive. Palms to shins, lengthen. Exhale, release, left foot steps. Back foot flat, warrior one. Inhale, come up. Interlace, puff the chest, and fold. One breath. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, downward facing dog, stepping back. Plank pose again. To the earth. Locust lift. Exhale, release, downward facing dog, pushing up and back. Good. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step. Back foot flat, warrior one. Interlace. Puff the chest. Exhale, fold. One breath. Good, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And again, bend the knees, sweep the arms back, chair prep, chair pose. Lift on inhale. Fold on exhale. Halfway up. And down, step the right foot back. Foot flat, warrior one. Interlace. Puff the chest. Humble warrior. Good. Inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, downward facing dog, stepping back. Plank pose. To the earth. Locust, head, chest, and legs, inhale. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts this time. And step it on through. Back foot flat, warrior one. Interlace. Puff the chest. Fold forward. Warrior one. And stepping forward, Uttanasana. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. Palms to heart this time. Feel sensation. Breath rate, heart rate, feeling in the body. Regions that are getting worked hard. Maybe it's some challenging postures. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath in at the top of the inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. We'll head into one final round, adding in some holds and probably some variations. We'll see. With your next inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Chair prep, chair pose. Good. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release, step the left foot back. Warrior one, come on up. Interlace. Puff the chest. And then as you fold forward, know that we're going to be here for longer than one breath. Do breathe. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Don't be afraid to bend the front knee. Don't be afraid to take the arms further overhead. You're almost there. Stay with it. Again, keeping the front knee where it's at. Release the arms. Come back through warrior one. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here in down dog. Plank pose. Let's take a few breaths here in plank pose. Nice strong core here. Then exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. Roll the shoulders down the back, lift the head, chest, and legs. Let's take a few breaths here in locust pose. And exhale, release down. Good. Go ahead and cross your arms in front of you. And just bring your forehead onto your arms. And then bend the knees, heels or bottom of the feet pointing toward the ceiling. And then just windshield wiper the feet from side to side. Feel it loose up in the hips. And this helps to relieve tension in the lower back. Breathe. A couple more times. And then bring the feet back down to the floor. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and take your time as you return to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Good. So let's go ahead and finish off our warrior series, okay? Lifting the left leg up this time, go ahead and step the foot through. Back foot flat to the floor. Come on up, warrior. Interlace at the lower back. Puff the chest and fold. And get comfortable with this discomfort if it's uncomfortable for you. Allow the breath to support you as you take the arms overhead and bend the knee a little bit more. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Keeping the front knee where it's at. Let's return to warrior one more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step on forward. Good. Palms to shins here. Exhale, release down, grow the backs of the calves, and just give yourself a tug toward the legs. Inhale, push the legs away from you, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward again. Pull the backs of the legs, pull your chest toward the thighs. Inhale, halfway up. One more time. Exhale, pull yourself forward. Good. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side of the flat back, come all the way up. And palms to your heart. Noticing sensation. Your breath, your body, alive with the work that we've done, the energy that we've moved, we've cultivated, unlocked, unblocked. And then take a deep breath in and out. And allow your awareness to return. Great job. That was a harder one. I'm not sure if it was for you, but compared to the stuff that I normally teach, that felt a little bit more. So we have been warming up toward a certain exercise all night. And so now we're going to do that. So make yourself comfortable. I'm going to demonstrate this really quickly, and it might take about a minute or so. So if you want to sit down, you can. If you want to lay down, you can, but just make sure you can see me. All right. So in a moment, I'm going to have you come onto hands and knees. And this is twisting table for those of you who know it. So from here, I'm going to take my right arm and slide the hand behind the left hand or the standing hand to bring my right shoulder down to where my right hand just was. So coming down like so. Good, and we'll take a couple breaths here. And the idea is you want to press the left hand, the standing hand, into the floor to roll the left shoulder back. Now I'm going to do this quickly to demonstrate. I want you to go slowly. Once the shoulders stack, you can slide the right shoulder behind the left hand and do the same work of taking the left shoulder back. Now, if you can get the left shoulder to stack on top of the right, you can take the standing hand and extend it forward. And again, roll the shoulder back. Again, I'm going quickly. If you'd like to, you can come up onto the fingertips and walk the hand back further, further, further. It's like you're trying to open the chest toward the ceiling, and I guess you kind of are. Now, there's a couple more steps here if you want to. By all means, stop at whatever point you have to tonight. But if you want to, and if you get to this point, you can curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, and roll open even further. Good. And we'll stay in this practice for a little bit on each side. Coming out, you come back through each stage sequentially, carefully, unwinding. You get really deep in there. My opinion, my feeling is that when you come out, it's like being reborn. We'll see what you feel like when you come out of it. Again, only go as far as you can. If you can't get the shoulders to stack, that's where you're at tonight. You just keep working there. You keep working the twist there. There's no benefit in going further than you can. All right, so let's do this together. I'll walk you through. Okay. There we go. Sorry, thought I muted myself. All right, so have the hands underneath the shoulders and take your right arm behind your left hand, bringing your right shoulder down to the ground. Good. Now, pressing the left hand into the floor, roll the left shoulder back. Looking up maybe. And I'm going to teach at a certain pace. Go at your own pace, okay? So if you're still working to get the left shoulder to stack, just stay here. If it's stacked already, you can move your right shoulder behind your left hand. And then do the work here again. Press the left hand into the floor, roll the left shoulder back. It'll take a few breaths, but you might get them to stack. Using your exhale to twist deeper. Again, stay here if you need to. The shoulders are stacked, you can take the left hand forward. Maybe come up onto the fingertips and do the finger walking back. And if you are at the point where you can lift the leg, and only if you're at the point where you can lift the leg, you can curl the left toes under and lift the knee to give you a little bit more clearance to open the heart toward the ceiling. Wherever you're at in this exercise, breathe. And let's take our time coming out now, okay? So stepping back through each part or stage of the exercise. This might take 3 or 4 breaths until you finally unwind to table. Child's pose might feel appropriate to you here. And just feel sensation when you come out. Stay with whatever that is that comes to you from this exercise. And taking a deeper breath. When you're ready to do side number 2, go ahead and come back up to hands and knees. And I'll walk you through that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, starting in table pose. Go ahead and bring your left hand behind the right. Bring your right shoulder down to where the hand just was. And then press the right hand into the floor. The right shoulder back with each exhale. Really use that exhale to help you. And if you can, get the shoulder stacked. Move the left shoulder behind the right hand and continue. I'm going to keep teaching, keep going at your own rate. If the shoulder stack here, take the right arm forward. You might come up onto the fingertips and start to work the fingertips back. And just as an instruction, and only if you're at the point where you can do this, you could also curl the right toes under, lifting the right knee to open up even more. All right, so we're going to take a few breaths to come out. Take your time, stepping back through each stage of the exercise as you carefully, carefully, carefully unwind to child's pose. And be with whatever is there. And be curious about that sensation. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be significant. It doesn't have to be insignificant. Just be with it. And take a deep breath in and out. And take your time as you bring yourself up. Really getting into that space tonight, from the mid back all the way up to the neck. We have just 2 more exercises to do before Shavasana, but we're getting so close. And we'll do them on our backs. So take your time, but go ahead and come into lie down. Okay. And just for a place to start, have your heels underneath your knees, feet flat on the floor. And then from here, bring the feet together, the soles of the feet together, and take the knees wide, pinky edge of the feet resting on the ground. And we're going to play around with a variation of bridge pose called butterfly bridge. Your arms can relax down by your side. With your next inhale, press the pinky edge feet into the floor and lift the hips into the air as high as you can, keeping the knees wide. Exhale, release the hips on down. Inhale again, lift the hips into the air. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do 2 more. And let's come into the pose this time and stay for about 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the hips. Bring the knees together and hug them into your chest. Now, it might feel good to hold the knees still here. It might feel good to rock gently from side to side. Decide, just pick one. The good news is you can't make a wrong answer here, or wrong choice. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, the time has come. Relax your legs down to the floor. Bring any support where you need it. Blanket under the head, turning down the lights in your space. And feel the body uncross as you get here. Take your time. Feel your toes fall out to the side. Your arms resting to your side, palms face up. A soft jaw and relaxed eyes. And release all efforting with your next exhale. And feel your whole body soft. No longer doing, no longer holding. It's almost like you're buoyant, as if you were softly resting on the surface of a calm lake. Peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. And make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. And when you're ready, carefully, gently roll to your right side. And when you're ready, carefully, gently come on up to a tall and comfortable seat. If you're still coming to a seat, continue to move at your own pace. Once you're here, turn the palms up on your knees and feel the heart light, the shoulders relaxed. Especially after tonight's class, the shoulders are really relaxed. Notice your breath in your body. And then bring your awareness to the tip of your tailbone, right where it curls into the body. And at that point, see an electric blue flame. Blue flame at the tip of the tailbone. And then slowly, as quickly as your internal imagery makes it, see this flame start to spiral clockwise around the spinal column as it starts to ascend the spine. It starts to move up the spine. Blue flame wrapping itself around the spine as it slowly makes its way up. And as it does so, it's leaving behind these electric blue tendrils, moving past the navel, the heart, the throat, and coming to that spiral at the center of the brain, and then see it move slowly down, spiraling clockwise still, making this helix or double helix with this electric blue light trailing behind it, moving down past the throat and the heart, past the navel, and down back to the tip of the tailbone. And see it again, spiraling clockwise, that flame ascending the spine, wrapping its electric blue tendril behind it around the spine. And that blue light that's left behind is helping to soothe, heal, and relieve any tension in the spinal column, the central nervous system. Once that flame gets to the center of the brain, the top of the spine, see it descend again. And eventually coming back to the tip of the tailbone, we'll do one more up and down. Seeing it spiral clockwise, that flame, leaving that blue tendril, wrapping the spine in this blue healing light. And eventually that comes to the center of the brain and see it spiral, moving clockwise down the spine, wrapping it in this electric blue wire of healing, of relief, of support. And as that flame returns to the tip of the tailbone, see the flame go out, but see that electric blue light still wrapping the spine, like twine wrapping around sage. And see that blue light pulsing, adding a level of potency or vibrancy to its power to heal, to support, to relieve. One definition of a yogi is one whose spine is full of energy. Feel your spine full of energy. Strong, soft, and powerful. And keeping that energy with you, but allowing the visual to fade back. Take a deeper, fuller breath and bring your palms together at your heart and bow your chin and honor that strength in the spine, the nervous system, that ability to heal, support, and to relieve, and all of your effort here tonight that's helped that to come true. And may all of your effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.